Now that I'm back officially on a clock, I'm gonna set up my lunchtime to be a Tuesday and Wednesday at 2:00. So no one about but no, it's cool. All right, we're live. All right, we're back on the show side of the game. How y'all doing?
Good, brother. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm happy to be alive.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man, you said a mouthful.
What's you, Grandpa?
The way this virus is going, man, I ain't seen nothing like this in my lifetime, and I hope I never see it again.
Yeah.
Well, this virus is something else. Great to be alive.
Great to be alive. I like that.
Yeah.
Want to start off what you got, Grandpa? I see. I can already guess what that is.
I got something. It needs no introduction.
I know what that is.
It's a family thing. This was a family affair.
Oh man, I thought
the history of it was Anheuser-Busch, and they come with Budweiser. Is that a fact, or am I just dreaming?
I don't know. I don't specialize in bottom of the rung beer. I'm not.
I should ask you.
Yeah, I'm the wrong guy for that one.
You're in a league of your own. What do you think about it, Josh? Budweiser.
It's definitely its own echelon. I'll tell you that.
Hey, it's wet.
Yeah.
It's wet.
It's wet. I'll give it that.
Control.
What you got there?
I'll go next. Okay, cool. I got a Rainbow Seeker Pineapple Sage hard cider, 5.5%.
It looks. I like the way it look on the can.
I could go back and get one of them. I got 2 or 3 back there with the cherry blossoms and the strawberries and whatever it is. I got 3 or 4 cans I bought. I thought I was buying beer.
Buying beer.
All right, I got a big boy again today. So this is another Bourbon County. But this one is the vanilla rye. So they only make this every 5 years. But this one was made in 2014. So it's going on 6 years old.
Yeah.
This is like a celebration. I'm expecting a 10. Now this is
a 10?
Yeah, a 10. I haven't smelled it. I haven't done anything yet. But the last time I had this beer was like 2015 or 2016. It was unbelievable. And I'm expecting that again. Otherwise, I'm going to be utterly disappointed.
I think you're going to be disappointed because I don't think they're working on it. But I don't think they made a 10 yet.
That's what I'm expecting.
I don't really expect anything. I'm gonna start off with a 5. I don't know. My lovely wife, she was grocery shopping. She found this beer. She was like, "Give it a try."
Give it a try. Why not?
Yeah.
Smells like a cider.
Great.
Budweiser. Yeah.
Budweiser.
Watch the head I get off of this.
Oh man, it's gonna be terrible.
No. Look at that. Look at that.
look at it.
Hey, when your beer needs entertainment, let's see.
Rappers are doing showmanship. He's a
showman.
He's a showman.
He's a showman. He is a showman. I'll give him that one. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, you can't come up with no 10. I know you can't.
He said, "Don't come
Ain't
up."
made a 10 yet.
Ain't made a 10.
I'm gonna be conservative again. Even though Budweiser been around for a long time and everybody's had some, I'm still gonna say 5.5 for the Budweiser. Then I can go up to 6. That's a long way from a 10,
That's a long way from a 10.
Yeah. It's a long way. At least Grandpa's being realistic with his beer choices, as you say. So let me see. It starts off with a 5. It definitely does have a pineapple forward taste. That's the first thing I get with it.
That sounds like I like it.
It's it honestly tastes like pineapple pop. It's really it's got a really acidic aftertaste to it. It's smells nice. I don't taste any alcohol, so that's interesting. It's about where I didn't really have high expectations. I'll give it a 6. It's all right. Yeah.
Boy, y'all pretty lenient, you know, with your what you call them, 6.
You know what? It kind of has a kombucha aftertaste. It kind of tastes. It tastes fermented at the end.
That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yours tastes like beer?
No, it does not taste like beer.
No, Pops.
I got some of that stuff down there, but I thought this was going to be a beer day. You know.
Well, this is. I'm loving it. So like, it's smooth. You still get the bourbon afterwards, so it lingers like well in your chest. It's nice and warm. When you first drink it, you get like a rush of flavor. So you get like the caramel and the vanilla, and you can feel like the bourbon is in there, and then it like hit your nose, but then it disappears, which is, you know, kind of lets me down. Yeah, but
that kicked it already back to a 7.
It didn't go down that far, but it's not a 10. I gotta see where I'm gonna settle.
It made a 10 yet.
That's a hefty fall.
I think a couple of years ago. So the thing about like these types of beers is, you know, the complexity changes over time. So the fact that this is 6 years old as opposed to 2 years old or 4 years old is it's at a different stage of the beer.
Oh, okay.
So like typically anything this big can last 10 years. So you can age them for up to 10 years, but they say this is optimal up to 5 years. So we waited a little longer to drink it. So I'm thinking maybe about 2 years in might be the sweet spot. So, but you know, you got to buy enough of them so you can drink one immediately, one year from now, 1 2 years from now, 1 3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's just a whole beer universe out there, man. It's a wonderful place. Leave the Budweiser behind and come on and join us.
Budweiser.
Grandpa likes his Budweiser. You know, he's making sure these small time. Yeah, I shouldn't say small time. Anheuser-Busch is huge. The working man's. He's making sure the working man's beer stays with the working men.
It has to be represented.
I believe Budweiser is now owned by InBev.
Who?
InBev, a German company, right? Aren't they German?
They bought Budweiser?
I believe so.
Brett was like, I didn't get any money for my shares.
yeah, I think you got duped, man.
Brett was like, every beer bottle I buy is a share.
They call it AB InBev now. Anheuser-Busch InBev, commonly known as AB InBev, is a Belgian multinational drink and brewery company based in Leuven, Belgium.
Oh, okay. So the family gave it up, eh?
Not even drinking American, man. Pour it out.
All right. Pour it out.
Pour it out, right? Pour it out.
I was just about to say, Grandma's like, pour it out right into here.
Pour it out right in my belly. Nah, you need a nice go-to beer. So if that's your go-to beer, man, I understand.
You know, my go-to beer.
So whatever I'm drinking.
So
when I got one I set aside, and that's St. Pauli's. You already know I'm for the European beer. St. Pauli's Girl.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah.
Pauli's Girl.
I can get down in the gutter and drink some St. Pauli's with you, man.
You ain't in no gutter, boy. You flying high.
You ain't in no gutter, boy.
Flying high. You don't get no higher than St. Pauli's.
Yeah, ain't in no gutter, boy. Yeah, I like that. I like that. What we got for topics today?
I was thinking we do a playful topic today. You know, it's we're already starting later, so I don't want to be heavy. Before I start, what is Nimble 52?
That's like my entrepreneurial group. You ever see me posting there?
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you got a sponsor now? We sponsoring the
right. They were sponsored. That's what. Yeah, maybe. Right. I'm gonna release my book through this.
Okay,
So that's what's coming.
Is the book also about entrepreneurship, or what is that? It's just is it a what's it called, biography?
Entrepreneurship, but really my journey. So it's called What Moved the Decimal. Yeah. Right, so I just basically tell, how I got here. And
everybody buy my uncle's book.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's already written. I'm in production.
It supports the beer habit.
Right. It is going to be beer money, I promise.
So if you want to see us drink more beer, you have to buy the book.
You got to buy the book, man. Buy the book to fund the beer.
But no, I think the playful topic today. I was thinking about. Oh, were you gonna say, Grandpa?
Go ahead.
I was saying for the topic today, let's do something playful. Over under what fall activities are going to happen and what things are just not going to happen. Like I see baseball is starting again. They got a 60-game season. I think that'll probably make it all the way through. But I'm looking at college sports right now, and I don't know if we're gonna see college football this year.
No.
A couple of teams out there, I don't know where they were from, practicing, in hopes of having a season, it was in the South.
Oh, I don't think the South is going to get any type of sport this year.
Texas school, because, Texas like Oklahoma, man. You don't play with their football.
You heard, I heard yesterday that Texas was going to have 50% capacity. They're going to try to do 50% capacity at their home game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't
think that's that money, man.
I don't think that's feasible. Like, I don't know how they're going to do that.
No, it's feasible. It's just going to be a lot of sick people.
When me and Freddie was down in Houston, and you remember with the Nationals were down in Houston, Texas. We went down there, and we know they take their football serious, right? Because we went to high school, man, looked like a university stadium.
It really did. It really did. The local high school.
The high school, man, Texas really they take their football strong, man.
It's not a game.
Yeah, they got this big brick stadium. We there were.
It was a God.
He said, and this is the smaller one.
What is it? God family football in Texas, and not necessarily in that order.
Right. Texas serious about their football, man.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna play. I know the black colleges canceled their football season.
Oh, okay.
HBCUs canceled theirs all across the board. Stanford pulled out. Was it Princeton? Somebody else pulled out.
The Ivy League pulled out.
The Ivy Leagues, the Ivy Leagues. So Stanford and the Ivy Leagues all pulled out.
Canceled for the whole season, eh?
Canceled for the whole season.
I mean, I think that's playing it pretty safe, That's what they should do, because football ain't football. Listen, you in a big crowd and yelling and cheering.
Yeah, how you can't.
They're talking about funneling crowd noise. Like some schools are just going all the way in it. They're like, you know what? We'll have fans, and it doesn't matter what you think. Like, you'll sign a waiver if you want to come, and that's it.
Yeah.
And more power to people who want to do what they want. No,
because all you gotta do is sit your ass down for a minute, and then we can go back outside again. Like, it's like, but they won't do it, so it won't go away.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh man, it's driving me crazy. I want to go outside.
Now, New York was hit hard with the virus, right?
Yeah.
At the get-go, from the very start, it was hit hard. But the distancing that Governor Cuomo, got the thing together, and he saved something was going to be really disastrous. You had 8 million people in New York, And look at it now, and then look at some of the smaller places who ha, and now they ain't got enough room for the patients,
Well, they're not having, like, if they have sports in New York, they said they're not going to have any fans there.
Yeah,
you can't have no fans.
Yeah.
I could see baseball, because I don't know. I don't know how the locker room situation works, but I can imagine it on the field. They're spread out. I don't know really how big that dugout is, but they could probably make it work. Especially if there's no fans, they could just sit in the damn stands.
Not even just that. Like even during the regular season, you don't hardly ever see a baseball park filled up with people. It's not people clamoring to break down the walls.
Yeah, good point. So they literally could have fans, at least up until the playoffs, because the playoffs start, and those fanatic stadiums, you know what I mean?
Certain fan bases take it very seriously, but downtown Detroit, it was like a pandemic last year. Wasn't nobody really in the Tiger Stadium.
Well, basketball.
The Detroit Tigers said we've been practicing for this. We're ready.
There'd be a lot of empty seats there.
Yeah, Detroit sports are like, we're ready. We're prepared for this pandemic.
Yeah, basketball. I don't know, man. I don't know if they finish out this little playoff run.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the first night if everything goes well, maybe you get one person sick and they just quarantine them and we see how that goes. But it'd have to be perfect. Like everyone would have to follow the rules exactly. Like if people care, if people took it seriously, I could see basketball working out because they're all isolated. They're all right in the same spot.
But you dealing with privileged millionaires. Privileged millionaires. That's the key. This isn't college kids that you could keep quarantined. You know what I mean? You're dealing with privileged millionaires, and they've been privileged their whole life. Like, woo, that's gonna be rough.
Well, the billionaires have been privileged. The millionaires, some of these kids came out the dirt. I wouldn't say their whole life.
Well, I'm not money their whole life, privilege their whole life.
Yeah, he
privilege
because a distinction there. When you said privilege, you ain't talking about somebody who got a lot of money. You're talking about somebody who was born into a lot of money.
Well, I'm talking about athletic privilege, because if you're a regular student and you're a student athlete and you're an elite athlete.
Oh, I thought you were on ownership. Go ahead.
An elite athlete has lived a different life from the regular students ever since they was in Little League.
Right.
They've always been treated differently.
Right.
And now they've reached the pinnacle and they got money. Like they always treated differently and they got money. Now, unless they're a seriously grounded young man, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be hard to keep them in that bubble. Or, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Even though I know you and I might look at it like, dude, they're talking about 2 months. Like get over it, right? Like
some of them are happy. Like some of these dudes who've been married is like, dude, I can be away from the family without getting in trouble. Like 2 months.
Right.
But it's interesting how each sport, how each, I'm not even gonna say college, but each major money-making sport, like professionally, is like taking different avenues to handle the situation. Like we see baseball is just like, we'll go our route. Basketball is like, you know what, we'll just rent or buy or have Disney World give us a spot. We're just gonna stay here for 2 months till we finish the season. Football is just kind of like, yeah,
I don't know what they are.
I don't know. I have no idea what the NFL is doing. But it seems like at least in the past week, I want to say in a positive way, corporations that like at least sport corporations are even though they should have taken it seriously a long time ago, are taking it seriously to the effect of, dang, if we mess this up, we're not gonna make no money. Like, and it's serious because it's these TV contracts are no joke, man. Like they might have to, like people might get afraid, like if we don't play this out, they might renegotiate. Like, and no one's trying to mess with that money up, especially baseball, because baseball is like popularity wise is not what it was. And if they lose these TV contracts and people aren't able to watch baseball this season, baseball might die.
I don't know about dying, but
no, I mean think about it, because
everybody taking a haircut.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is, say basketball has to change its whole thing up, right? And they have to directly compete with baseball. Who's going to watch? 9 times out of 10, if you're a sports person, where are you more likely to watch? A baseball game or a basketball game or an NBA game?
It just depends on the fandom though, because it's like people who love baseball, man.
Let's go by demographics. Between 18 30 to 35-year-old, what are you more likely to watch?
Dude, it depends. I'm telling you, like I know my friends will watch basketball, but we didn't grow up playing baseball. But I got friends that grew up playing baseball, man. They couldn't care what LeBron is talking about or doing. They into this baseball.
I understand that, and there are people who like both. But I'm just saying, in terms of the numbers, like baseball is no longer America's pastime. It's not that thing that has the big draw as much as it was.
I agree. That's probably football now. What'd you say, Pops?
No, baseball has established itself. Going to always be a baseball. That's America's favorite baseball. America's favorite team. New York Yankees, they represent baseball, right?
Well, yeah, but
the Dallas Cowboys used to represent football. That same thing with the New York Yankees. Always going to be a New York Yankees.
Well, that might be true, but the demographics for fans, the average baseball fan is getting older. And when you see something or a fanship or anything really, where the main people who watch it are getting older and older, is because the younger generation is now replacing that fan space. So you see baseball fans, where I said 1835, you might see looking like a lot of sports like basketball and football. The average baseball fan might be in their 40s, might be in their 50s, which is not a good sign for baseball. Because if you're not having younger people come in and take over the mantle of being the fan, holding the fan flag for your sport, it's not going to survive. Baseball has a problem.
Yeah, they definitely got a problem. I think they can ride it out.
Well, you know, we're in the age of Google, so you can't be making statements. People Google you.
Google
so to Sean's credit, is actually worse than what he's saying. It says the average age of a baseball fan or baseball broadcast. That's the key. But still, anyway, the average age of a national television major league broadcast viewer is 57.
That's a problem.
And that's the crazy thing. That's the name of the article. Overall health for professional baseball in trouble.
It's a problem. If you want to have a successful business, your oldest people should not, like the people who buy your product or look at your product or whatever, they can't be in the side of their life cycle that's closer to retirement. Like you need young people because that's how you keep your product going.
Well, hold on. The average age of the NBA fan is 42. Much better than baseball, but I guess the 40s not the death blow, brother. Hold on. We still relevant.
What about football?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hold on, let me find out.
But why is
this is interesting though?
Well, Uncle Pooper is looking at that, but see what I'm saying? Like, it's like 42 is not as bad as 57. It's still up there. It's one of those things where, as a business model, like you need kids to be playing baseball. You need your next generation of players. You need, it's got to be interesting. And whatever baseball is doing to prop up their stars and their game, it's just not working. 57 is not sustainable. It's only going to get older. No. It's only going to get older. And
right. I see what you're saying.
Like me as a casual fan, because I really don't care about baseball too much, but once a year I might take the family down to Tiger Stadium, and we might just sit there because it's something to do. Like, you can find some cheap tickets to baseball game and just sit outside and not even really pay attention. And it's just you just have an outing for the day. But man, these stadiums are not looking full. I don't remember the last time I've been to a baseball stadium, whether living in California or DC or Detroit, where it was just packed, unless it was the playoffs.
Hey, watch this. This is pretty interesting. The NFL Pops is 44.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think hockey, the NHL, is higher or lower than the NFL or the NBA?
Lower.
What you think, Pops?
Would you repeat that question?
Do you think the fan base of the NHL is higher or lower than the NBA?
Oh, I'd say lower, but
That's interesting. Y'all both are right. I mean, it's lower. I would have thought it would have been higher. I don't know. I'm thinking like, who the hell is playing hockey these days? But it's actually 33.
Well, you gotta remember. So
wow.
let's look at the demographics of who plays the sport, right? So the hockey is really popular outside the U.S., like in Canada and Europe and stuff like that. And you got people.
So it's soccer is the world sport.
Yeah, but what's the actually pull up what soccer's age is, because I'm sure that's pretty young.
No, 39.
That's not bad.
That's younger than the NBA and the NFL. So yeah.
So I think it really amounts to accessibility. Like baseball, you got to have a team of people to play.
Dude, you can't just go out and play hockey.
Oh no, what I'm saying is, so here's what I'm getting at. So soccer is 39. That's relatively young based on what we heard, and it's all you need is a ball. You can kick around the field. That's it. Baseball, even if you just got bad in the ball, you still need like a lot of people to play a baseball game as a kid. So you got to have friends. That's not necessarily easy to do often, but and like to your point about hockey, it's not cheap and it's not really super accessible. But once you're in hockey, you're in hockey. You done made the financial investment to be in hockey. You don't just give up hockey. You can give up soccer because it's just I just bought a ball. You can give up baseball. You only buy maybe $100, $200 of equipment, depending on how invested you are in hockey. You may have spent $1,500 to get started. And if I'm somebody's parent, and and especially an average parent, I'm not making a whole lot of money. If I spent $1,500 on you, you staying in hockey. You're gonna use that stuff till it disintegrates for my $1,500.
We're about to do this.
So it's not just about you starting a sport. It's about how long you're going to sustain it. Like I remember my younger cousin, when this is when I learned black people played hockey. He was he started playing hockey like in like elementary school, like the little kids leagues, and he didn't stop because like once his mom bought him that stuff, she was not letting him quit because it's not like you'll get your money back. It's you all the way in it. So like if you're playing basketball, unless you're really invested in your kids, like coaches and stuff, like getting on private tutoring, you don't have to spend money for basketball. You just go down to the local court and you see just how good you are. And that's
what we did.
That's about
back. Peterson.
That's about it. So, but that is interesting though. I mean, I wonder what the side. There's other stuff to that about the hockey thing. But it's interesting because NFL players, compared to a lot of other sports, don't make that much money. Like there aren't like super high contracts for NFL players. You might see a guy make $1 or $2 million.
It's the worst. They got the worst players union ever. Like I don't know how they got bought off. That's crazy. It's crazy. None of their contracts are guaranteed. It's ridiculous.
What, the NFL, NHL?
Yeah, hockey.
They lowered their contract.
No, I was saying the NFL. Oh, I'm sorry. You said NHL. I'm not.
NHL players aren't making that much money compared to a lot of like other sports teams. And it's like the recognition, like unless you're a hockey-nista, no one really knows like hockey players. Like you don't really see a lot of hockey players on national TV commercials. At least I don't. Like even if you don't watch the NBA, you pretty much know who LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, like big names like that. They're everywhere. Like in NFL, people know who Tom Brady is. People know who Cam Newton is, even if they never watch an NFL game, because they're on your yogurt commercials. They're in your car commercials. They're in, etc. Like these are people that are propped up.
Speaking of Tom Brady, did what's his name?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Did he go to the Patriots?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
But did he go as a backup quarterback, or is he going to be?
Which one? Which person? Huh?
No, I see. Did he go as a backup quarterback, or is he going to be up front?
Which one?
Cam.
Oh, Cam is right now. They said every quarterback on Patriots is in the running. They said everybody's in the running to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what he's got left. I'm sure he'll take the job.
Yeah, I'm thinking He gonna start. I don't know. But what
The
would I know?
comment-
I ain't watched in 3 or 4 years. So
The comments say there hasn't been a big hockey name since Brett Hull.
come on, Brett Hull. I remember Brett Hull when I was little.
Oh,
What about
Oh, Steve Yzerman.
Come on, what are y'all, the 80s? Come on,
I don't know.
what's the age of the average fan of the Untitled Beer Show? What are we at, like 70-year-olds in here? What are we doing?
No, that's what's in the comment section right now.
What are you on, Mario Lemieux? Come on, like I ain't watched sports in there.
Wayne Gretzky. How old? What year was he?
Nah, that's long. Man, there's been so many stars.
Was it? Who's that? Who's Crosby? Crosby recent, isn't it?
Yeah, Crosby is one, and man, there's somebody else I'm thinking about.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Gordie
just.
Howe.
Whoa. That's back before Eisenman, right?
Oh, they're saying
hockey back
in
then.
the comments they're saying in the comments they're saying name another hockey player that everyone knows.
Now you gotta Google, because I don't pay attention to sports like I used to. Like, so I don't know. I ain't been watching nothing. So I guess he got me there, right? I gotta literally Google popular hockey figures.
I mean, the fact that we got Google kind of proves the point. we don't really know. I mean, I'm sure somebody later who's
Alexander Ovechkin. That's who I was thinking.
I think I've heard of Ovechkin on the radio, like the sports radio.
But he's one of the better people. I don't know like what his popularity is amongst, novice or non, NHL fans. So I guess that's what the comment audience is kind of getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no Wayne Gretzky out there, right? Or Brent Hull. Wow, that
was a different time. When I was in elementary school, when the Red Wings are really good, and it was like Detroit was just going off. They're like, what, they get like 2 or 3 championships in a 10-year span?
Yeah, they was balling.
That was a time everyone loved hockey then. And at least in Detroit.
It was balling when I was going to school with Gordie Howe.
Yeah, Detroit has always been a decent hockey town. And they definitely fans, though. They definitely been loyal fans.
I remember when they were still throwing octopus on the ice skating thing, and then on the rink, and then people got mad about it. Like, you can't throw these live animals onto the rink. And I'm just confused as to how they got past security with the living, breathing creature.
Yeah. That's like that tradition, though. They let them in. Yeah, but it do be a lot of them. They just got to let everybody in. They're not checking nobody in.
It's wild just how different security has changed, because you can't even get in with I know at Michigan State Stadium, women can't even come in with purses that aren't clear now.
Oh, right. That's like that stadium rule or something, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, man, like 9/11 changed the world. Now we're in this pandemic where that's about to change the world again. Like I'm reading articles where this is what is it? I forgot one company just yesterday. I'll have to look it up again, but they're saying you can work from home indefinitely if you're a corporate employee.
Yeah, a lot of companies are moving to that model. I mean,
yeah.
You got to keep the business got to keep going, right? And if you can get rid of some buildings and some leases,
this is that transition.
Like a good idea to me.
The new age. It goes back to the time when the guy was had horses. He was a blacksmith, shoot horses. He thought he had a job forever. Ain't nobody gonna place him till the guy come along with a gasoline engine. This is what's happening now, and then people working from the house, you got to go to no office.
I mean, people are getting up in arms because banks are talking about not taking coin change anymore, or people aren't talking about taking coin change. Like, that's a big one. That's a low key different. That's a world changer right there. Not taking change, like your coins mean nothing to us now. Like, what do you do? What do you do with that?
You know what? I got a jar full of coins, or a pocketbook full of coins now. I have no need for them. If I want me a candy bar, I just put my card in the machine and I'll pop the candy bar.
Yeah, but like, what does that mean? What does that mean for our coin currency? Like, is it rendered useless? Like, what do you do with it now?
Yeah.
This is a brave new world we're in. You know, it's people allowed to work remote. You don't, you know, you're watching your sports at home. Like, there was a couple baseball stadiums where I think you could pay 125 or 150 bucks to have your cutout put into one of the seats in the stadium, so it looks like it's a full stadium. Like, this is for real, and people did it.
I've seen some of that on TV.
What?
Yeah, people are doing that. People are so, they want to feel a part of something so bad. Like, you know what? Put my picture in a chair, sitting there, like I'm experiencing it.
Wow.
That's what we're in now. This is a wild new world, man. Like, I was like,
I ain't knocking the hustle. I just, you know, I want to get in on it.
Back to the sports aspect of it. I was joking with somebody yesterday talking about this might be a time for the Big Ten to clean up on football championships. Like, if the South can't play and it's just us versus whoever's left.
Go ahead and win it out, huh?
Yeah, you know, if it's a real season, it's a real season, right? You know, no asterisks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how they finish that season. I wouldn't. If my boy was in college in one of these opportunities, we wouldn't play. Mm-mm.
I can see it, but like these.
But it's like, what's crazy is, I keep saying this, but how the pandemic is highlighting, you better have some money, because it's like going like the whole going back to school conversation last week. Same thing. Like, it's coming down to money.
Oh yeah.
You know, the people that got money, they don't really give a damn what happened, because their kids not going in it, or if they are, they're going into some super safe environment. Go ahead, Bob.
It's always been money. Remember I was saying, you know, follow the dollar. Show me the dollar.
Well, you saw what was it, just last week? The one of the reporters on or not report, it was Washington State. They had it set up where all of the black and brown kids had to go to school, but none of the white kids had to go to school. Did you hear about that? That was on the news.
Come on, stop it. I don't even believe that.
That was in Washington State. Google it right now.
Come on.
Look it up.
Hey,
what do I Google?
Just Google Washington, the state of Washington, and I don't know however you want to word it, but basically it was talking about how black and brown kids should go to school, but white kids don't have to go into the school or something like that. Like, this was on the news like last week. It was wild.
Hey, Freddie, what kind of, where you get the background at, man? I just noticed that, man. Water and palm trees.
Oh, man, I walked outside, man. Outside the house. We
okay.
Beachfront. Yeah.
Fine house you got there.
I got tired of being inside, man. I wanted to get out.
That guy look like if that's your outside.
yeah. You know, I wanted to change the scenery real quick, so I stepped outside. Huh?
How'd you do that?
Down in the bottom left corner where it says stop video, you hit that up arrow, and then it says choose virtual backgrounds.
I got an Apple now.
I don't know what to tell you. But down in you should see something that says stop video, then you click there's an up arrow next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like that, you know. Yeah, I like you got some money out there on the beach.
Yeah, I don't got none, but I like to pretend on Zoom.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Pretend on Zoom. That's funny. I'm gonna see if I can find it too, because I just saw.
I see. That's a Zoom program.
Yeah.
Oh, I think about that. That was your computer.
Oh no! So like on Zoom, they got different backgrounds you can choose.
Now, what'd you say you look for that?
Down at the bottom, it says stop video. And then right next to that is like an up arrow. You click the small up arrow. Do you see something that say stop video? Bottom left corner. Like move your mouse. Move your mouse so it'll pop up. Bottom left corner of the Zoom app.
Oh, okay. Stop video.
So then you see the little up arrow, click the little up arrow and you get a menu and then choose virtual background.
Oh, okay.
So then click that and then you can select one. So you see it below you.
There's FaceTime, choose virtual background. Click on that.
Choose virtual background.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So now just click one down there. Just single click whatever's down there. I don't know what's down.
Okay, I did that. Oh, how about that? I don't know where I'm at, but it sure look green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, Grep really got a new background.
Okay. Yeah, he figured it out.
That's the
so yeah. So there should be a couple of others in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a meme or something.
Yeah. Oh, I see none. Okay. Boy, I took me a trip and got back.
Yeah, you back.
Oh, I didn't go to, that look like the San Francisco Bridge. I didn't go there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man. You know what? And now how do I?
So yeah, this was I found it. It was a clip someone had posted online, but it was from Fox News. It was this was last week or the week before last, talking about. I'm reading from the site. The dude said, or Tucker Carlson, whoever said, this was on live TV. Students will be kept 6 feet apart. Everyone has to wear a mask. Class size will be limited in school. This is about Washington State. There will be scheduled bathroom breaks, etc., etc. There won't be any sports. In Washington State, education officials are considering letting students go back to school on the basis of their race. Non-white kids will get to go back first, while white students will be ordered to stay home until the virus subsides. He said this on national TV.
I can't even believe that.
I saw this on the clip.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like I'm pretty sure Washington is not going to do that, but the fact that he would say that on TV is wild.
Yeah, I can't even believe. I don't know. They're lying. Somebody's lying. Like it just can't be. I have no doubt that that might be how they feel, right? But I don't know if they. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway,
it's wild, but I mean, to those point, I think baseball will make it through the season because I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people going in and out and all the interaction. I think people will stay pretty good on that.
And you know what? Hockey can make it.
They could.
Because don't they wear? Well, they could wear like the face guard anyway.
Yeah, I can
Most
see that.
of them don't, but I'm saying they could. Like that would be.
They could. I mean, what was the? Well, it's the fact that.
Yeah, they got all the protective gear.
Can it get transmitted through?
So you don't have no contact with with the skin.
Can it get transmitted through blood though? Because like they started doing that whole hockey fighting stuff and start taking off masks and everything. That might change.
Then you just destroyed football then.
Well, I saw the NFL was coming out with these masks that people wear that covers up the you can see through it.
I'm talking about the blood.
Oh yeah.
Well, that the NFL, because wham, or that turf, you get that turf burn, and
they test you, so if you don't have it, you can't just give it to somebody.
Are they testing? They probably test before each game.
So I know in college right now for at least Michigan State, I think during the season, I think they're going to test every day, and whatever if you got it, you got.
That's going to get expensive.
That's what the plan is. I think it's going to be. It's either every day or every other day. But the
It's gonna
NCAA,
get expensive. I want to see how long that lasts.
the NCAA is saying it's recommending that people do it once a week and like within 3 days of a game. So we'll see. But I think the NBA is going to be the test because the NBA starts like what, the end of this month.
I don't know what it's like.
Because
If you were in the NBA, would you play?
how much money do I got?
Pick one. Well, if you look okay, you LeBron. Let's go. You LeBron first.
If I'm LeBron, unless you remember unless I knew something that no one else did, and I had like access to like the cure or something like that. I mean, it really just depends because he has enough money where it doesn't matter. Like if he gets it, he can just retire.
That's why I asked you.
I think LeBron's playing right now just to get another championship. So if that's the only reason, then I can't. It is what it is. If something happens where he gets sick, or whatever, he has enough money to take care of his family.
Would you play, Pops?
Would I play? I don't know. I'd have to think that one out.
It really depends. Like some of these people are really in it for the glory about winning a championship. Like if I was a mid-level player, I'm making over 10 million a year or whatever, I might just stay at home. I'm like, I'll take the hit. I really don't care. It's not a big deal. Like especially if I want.
Right, but what if you bottom rung? You on the end of the bench.
If I'm on the end of the bench,
you ain't really making no money. You
I'm
might be out the league next year. You don't even know. Like you are not established. You're on the roster, but you don't know what next year is going to look like. Do you?
I think I'd have two schools of thought. One side of me will be saying, this might be my opportunity to prove I'm somebody because there's going to be a lot of guys who aren't going to play. This is my chance. And the other side of me is, based on what I know about, even if I don't die, because it's a good chance you probably wouldn't die, but the side effects are crazy, man. Like these long-term side effects would really concern me about, like, even if I do well, what if I get something and now like my lung capacity's down like 80, like down to 80% of my lung capacity or something wild like that. And I got that for a minute. Because I got.
Is that what's happening? I haven't.
I got one friend who had it and she's recovered now. And she had it, I think, like in March or April. And she says she still doesn't have a sense of taste.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like she can't.
One of our friends, well, her and her son got it, but he still don't got taste. Like he was saying that.
Yeah, like so people are definitely I know people are just out crying like, why would I first something that's not going to kill me? That's like that's a great chance of killing me. And like these side effects, nothing to sneeze at, man. Like I don't know what like there's like no real timetable when these people are going to get their senses back. I know some people are developing things where they have to carry an inhaler now and they don't know how long that's going to last. And some people are getting like real like different injuries and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's really risk reward because I mean, there's still people who recover and are fine, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that point something whatever statistic that is bad,
Right.
Yeah, they don't know what the long-term effect of this stuff going to be because some of the people, man, they have a neurological problem.
I heard about that too.
I missed all of this.
Yeah, like some people are having well, what have you heard, Grandpa? Say what you heard about the neurological problem.
Well, they were just saying is people's their thought process getting disturbed. I don't know exactly, to what extent, but
that sounds like the Budweiser.
Yeah. Some of the people, man, getting forgetful and things. They don't even know. In fact, I guess they don't even know what caused it. But if the people had the virus, they attribute a lot of these problems they got with the virus,
Well, I think if I was in the NBA and I was trusting of the NBA was taking the measures to make sure everyone was safe and make sure that happened. If I was sure of it, I probably would play. But if I was working for a company and they didn't make any measures or they didn't have any plans or anything, I wouldn't try it because I'm like, you don't care about me. I'm just a number to you. So it really just depends on what all information I had and what I believed was going to work out or not. but it's well, it's up in the air. It's really up in the air. I God bless these people who are going to try and do it. So like, hope they're safe and no one gets sick and you know all that good stuff. But
I don't think I would play. I wouldn't really care which position I'm in. If I was LeBron, the only position I might play would be LeBron. And that's just because of the ring, and he only got so many more chances. And at the end of the day, he got the money. He's not gonna die. Like, he's not gonna, be. His family doesn't have to be exposed to him if he got sick. But other than that, bruh, I ain't feeling it.
I've been in the league. 11, 12 years.
The comments
17.
How many?
They're saying
17.
15?
17.
17?
In the comments, they're
People
saying
with Cleveland for about 7 or 8 years, right?
yeah,
Something like that.
Then he went to
Miami.
Miami for
4 years.
For 3 years.
4 years.
4 years in Miami? Okay. That's 11 right there. Okay. He ain't come back and won a championship.
And the
I guess so.
in the comments they say you may not die, but you might get someone else sick who dies.
And that's why I said if I'm LeBron, because LeBron doesn't have to be around his family. Like if I decide I'm a teacher, I decide to go back to work, and then I catch it and I bring it home to my family, because I gotta come around them, I don't know, but that's why man, we don't play. Like, if everybody in America did what we did, I think we'd be straight, because we just literally been in the house. Like, for the longest, we was doing the grocery service delivery, but finally Chris Chia actually go to the store, but that's it. Like, I gotta literally start my car every week and drive around the block because I don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I've been going from the front to the back. Well, I don't know. I've been to Home Depot a couple of times,
The depot.
but it's distancing there.
That's the spot.
Too. I go there and get me some garden soil or something like that. Other than that, man, my car, I had it. This one, let me see. I bought it in October. I think I got 4,000 miles on it.
Yeah, you bought it and then didn't get to take it nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know where to go. I really, cause you see, I had October, November, December. The virus didn't start till January, or seriously to February.
Well, how about this show? I think I have to log back in a second. Let's do our final thoughts. Quick one. Baseball, football, basketball. Give a timeline for how long do you think they're going to last this year, if they'll do the whole season or not.
I think baseball finishes the year. Football doesn't start, and basketball starts and stops in the middle.
What you, Grandpa?
I'm gonna go along with him. That sounds pretty reasonable there.
I think baseball finishes. I think kind of the same thing about the basketball thing. I think football is going to start. I think they might get 1 or 2 weeks tops, and they'll have to shut it down. Because I don't think anything's going to stop football from starting. I think they would literally have to have.
They hell bent to get that money. Huh?
Yeah, like I don't think football is not going to happen at least for a week. I think they're going to try it for a week, and if things look shaky, they'll give it another week. But if it starts to snowball, they'll just stop the season. But I think it's going to start a season. I think they're going to have at least a game. But that's
good luck, everybody.
That's it for this week. Thanks again for, for everybody who's watching, comments, or watches later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do that. Make sure you get the Uncle Pooh Bear's book, because without it, we may never drink beer again.
We may never drink beer again.
Grandpa has to, we want him to try new beers. We don't want him just because it's COVID has to go to the liquor store and only get Budweiser. We want to expand, want to branch out.
He needs new beer.
Please watch the show. It encourages him to try new beers other than Budweiser and St. Pauli's Girl. You want to sign off, Grandpa? Give your adios or whatever.
Sign off with Sayonara.
Okay.
Frank Sinatra?
Close to it, but
It was
I think that means in Japanese. Goodbye.
You mean sayonara.
yeah, one or the other. Frank Sinatra.
Frank
Y'all have a good one, man. It was good chatting with y'all. You know, we did it. We did it our way.
Yeah. All right. All right, Frankie.
Yeah, you caught it. All right.
Yeah. Always.
All right, I'm signing off for real. I'm doing it for real.
Okay.
All right.
salute.